Hello, fellow paleo nerds. Today we are going to discuss one of my favorite cryptids, the Loch Ness Monster, and why it doesn't make sense. Now, to clarify something, we are not going to discuss the photos and sightings. We are going to discuss the anatomy, the behavior, and essentially why it doesn't make sense, hence the title. So let's begin. To start things off, the Loch Ness Monster's anatomy as a plesiosaur is very scientifically outdated and makes little to no sense. To start things off, in real life, the plesiosaur can only move its head up and down and side to side. But what do you know, at the time that there were Loch Ness Monster sightings, usually in the early 1900s, primarily the 30s and 40s, they were all in the shape of a goose. Like the outdated plesiosaur?
That's suspicious.
Another thing is that on some of the earlier sightings, it was reported that it was moving on land, kind of like a seal. And you know another outdated fact about plesiosaur that's been disproven? That it was on land like a seal. Look, what I'm trying to get at is that at the time the Loch Ness Monster was sighted, at the time, we thought we knew what the plesiosaur looked like. And of course, the photos I've shown are what we thought. And the Loch Ness Monster sounds just like those. But with updated info about plesiosaurs, we know they look nothing like that, and they look more like a reptile with a long neck. Well, kind of. It's kind of complicated. What I'm trying to say is, at the time, we thought we knew what the plesiosaur looked like, and we could have possibly used that so-called look of the plesiosaur to supposedly make up sightings for Loch Ness monsters.
How embarrassing.
And so I leave off with one last question. How is it even possible that the Loch Ness Monster, a 15-something foot long creature, can live in a lake at this time of year, at this time of day, this cold part of the world, localized entirely within one small lake, with minimal sightings?
Yes.
In conclusion, the Loch Ness Monster makes no sense because at the time of its sightings, it was based on plesiosaurs that at the time were accurate. And not to mention, it also makes no sense for such a big creature to live in a small lake with rarely being spotted. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share.